So I like to go to the woods for a purpose like that. Um, I don't really hike. I don't know if I could really hike much. I just kind of lost interest in hiking. I know a lot of people like to hike. It's part of the culture. It has a lot of coinage to go hiking. But I'd rather be looking for something, and I'd rather have a connection with the woods that's deeper than just watching things pass by, you know, or seeing a good view, which has its own merits. But I like to be connected, I like to know the tree that is there, and as a neighbor, these are my neighbors here, among my other people that are my neighbors, the plants and trees and roots and salad greens, they're my neighbors. So I just like to uh, be aware of that when I'm in the woods. I did live for several years in California, and hiking was a big thing to do. I noticed when I get on mass transit and a bus or on the BART across the bay, commuter trains, people after a weekend they wanted to crow about where they'd been, and how many miles they'd hiked up in the Sierras, which is fine. But that was the thing, to if you hadn't been somewhere, if you hadn't been somewhere and hiked, you just weren't very high on the totem pole,
You use the
So
roots for the tea?
hiking was a big thing, and they had special clothes for hiking and special backpacks and pretty expensive endeavor after a while. Special shoes, of course, and so I came back here and. I want to get back to my ancestral roots and learn about. I just want to get close to what makes the land and the people tick. So when I came back, I lived on a place called Old House Branch, and I didn't meet anybody that went hiking. They just didn't go hiking. But I thought, well, hiking, you need to go hiking. So I had my gear all set up. And the shorts, hiking shorts on, my hiking boots, and my hiking backpack, and my hiking hat, my shirt, and my hiking cane, walking stick. And for one thing, I noticed ain't nobody, these young guys that go in the woods, they don't go in shorts. You just don't go out in the woods in shorts on, man. If you go through a patch of stinging nettle, you'll learn very quickly that you're not a good idea to go in shorts in the woods. So I noticed, the attire was long pants and bare chest, no shirt but long pants, because the briars and the stinging nettle were up to your knees. Above that you're pretty good. But so I headed out with my little shorts on, all my hiking gear, and headed up Old House Branch. I was going to go over the mountain, go hiking. I passed these boys on the porch, and they just eyed me incredulously, looked at each other, and one of them piped up, Randy's leaving home. So I realized then that I'd come to a different, a different culture, And so, they went out into the woods, they went out to ginseng, they went out to pick greens, or they went out to hunt, or so there was, of course, they were out in the woods, but they weren't just out there to watch things pass by. They were out there for looking for something.